Sawadika, good morning and thank you very much for joining us for the morning edition of NBT World Brief. You're here with me, Chanita Sidakit Krathon. Our first story today, the Prime Minister has visited CHONBURI province to follow up on murder cases involving the deaths of 2 teenage foreign siblings and 3 members of a Thai family. Prime Minister and Minister of Interior Anutin Chanwiragoon was in CHONBURI province to follow up on the 2 murder cases, inspecting both locations where the bodies were found before attending a police briefing on the progress of the investigation. He also followed up on measures aimed at strengthening public safety and restoring confidence among CHONBURI residents and tourists. The Prime Minister said that the case were deeply shocking crimes that had damaged the country's image, particularly the confidence of foreign tourists. He noted that the perpetrators undermined confidence in Thailand as a whole. He emphasized the need to urgently strengthen security measures and crime prevention in tourist areas. The Prime Minister also expressed his condolences to the families of the deceased, both Thai and Russian. He affirmed that the government would prosecute those responsible to the fullest extent of the law. He instructed investigators to carefully and thoroughly gather evidence and prepare the case file so that the justice system could impose decisive legal penalties, including the maximum penalty. Police have taken all 4 suspects to the Pattaya Provincial Court for pre-trial detention. Investigators have filed multiple serious charges carrying penalties of up to the death sentence. Some of the charges include jointly committing premeditated murder, jointly committing armed robbery at night while clothed to resemble government officials and while carrying weapons, impersonating government officials, wrongful confinement, and jointly concealing and destroying bodies. Deputy Minister of Transport Siripong Angsakunkiat visited UBON RATCHATHANI province yesterday to review road-based public transportation and gather feedback from passengers and transport operators. The Deputy Minister inspected the UBON RATCHATHANI bus terminal in the capital district of the province, where he was welcomed by the provincial governor, provincial transport officials, representatives from government and private sectors, bus operators and passengers. During the visit, the Deputy Minister was briefed on terminal operations and public transport services throughout the province. He also reviewed passenger facilities and discussed service quality, amenities and travel challenges with users and bus operators. Feedback and recommendations will guide improvements to public transportation and help ensure services better meet passengers' needs. The visit supports the Transport Minister's policy to upgrade infrastructure and public transport standards, aiming to provide safer, faster and more convenient travel. The ministry also seeks to improve connections between transport services and destinations within and outside the northeastern province. Minister attached to the Prime Minister's office, SUPAMAS Isara Pakdi, has instructed the public and the Office of the Consumer Protection Board, or the OCPB, to strengthen consumer protection measures for online commerce and to examine the use of class action lawsuits for consumers with similar losses. Minister SUPAMAS, who oversees the OCPB, noted that online shoppers still face substandard, unsafe and misrepresented products, often without adequate remedies. She emphasized that consumer protection must address the entire online commerce chain, especially digital platforms that connect sellers and consumers and profit from these transactions. While the OCPB currently has limited authorities to close or suspend online platforms, the government is considering a shared responsibility framework for sellers and platform operators. This includes reviewing legal amendments and regulations that would require platforms to prevent violations, suspend illegal action, assist affected consumers, and act against offending stores. The OCPB has also been instructed to examine class action litigation for cases where multiple consumers experience similar harm. This approach could improve access to justice and reduce the burden on individuals. The minister emphasized that these measures do not intend to burden businesses, but rather are aimed at fostering a transparent and fair digital market that builds confidence for both consumers and honest entrepreneurs. That's the end of our morning edition of NBT World Brief. For more stories, you can simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, which is during the midday edition, I'm Shanita Sidaket Krathon. สวัสดีค่ะ